So I finally went over Quirky Love Rosie's live stream from Saturday. And let me tell you, it was a whole 3 hours and some minutes of her playing the victim. But what's new? Rosie always is the victim. She is the perpetual victim. Nothing is her fault. It's everybody else's fault. Poor me, poor Rosie. Nothing new there. So in this live stream, she wants to apologize for her behavior, for basically when she threw a fit the other day when her electric burner thing, it's like a single burner, and you plug it in, and it was stuck on sear, and she threw the biggest fit. I mean, a big, huge toddler tantrum she threw. So, she wants to kind of apologize for that because, she has a hard time regulating her emotions. And it's okay now because now it's fixed. After she let it cool off 100% and plugged it back in, now the stupid thing's working again. So she wanted to say that she took that off of her Amazon wish list, but she did leave the pans on there because she's hoping that, someone might want to buy her a new set of pans, and she really wants them. And the funny thing is with this Amazon wish list, she claims that she adds everything on there so she'll remember to buy it for herself when she has the money. Plus, there's things on there that she has put, if other people feel so inclined to gift her something, right? Now, if that was truly the case and she was truly adding these expensive items so she could get them for herself at a later time, she would put them on a separate list. I've had an Amazon wish list. I still have one up on one of my social media pages. But, things that I feel would be inappropriate to ask or hope to be gifted, I have them on a whole separate list because you can put more than one list in your Amazon account. Rosie thinks we're stupid. But now she had just woke up at about 10, 11 o'clock, okay? And her brother Levi just went to bed, she tells us. So what is she doing? She's in the kitchen being disrespectful and rude, making all kinds of noise. I don't know how her brother stands to live with her. I really don't. So, still talking about, her unregulated emotions when this thing happened with the burner, what it really came down to is she was mad that pancake wasted in that pan. She wasn't so mad about the burner. She was mad about that wasted pancake. And you're not going to convince me any different. She says that anytime something happens, her PTSD kicks in, and then her fight or flight response is triggered. Okay, now, I have PTSD, documented PTSD, mind you. And I have several traumas that cause this PTSD, right? And every time I get mad, it doesn't trigger my PTSD. My PTSD is only triggered in something that I perceive to be like a similar situation. Example, one time at 9:30 in the morning, my husband and I, we were robbed at, Point. And I'm talking about, it was a huge firearm. And it was scary. It was scary. The guy with the firearm stayed in the car. The other ones came out and, had us with our hands in there and going through our pockets and whatnot. So if I perceive something like that, if I see a car slow down when I'm walking past an alley, like that situation was, I'll become nervous. Understandably so. But let me tell you one thing real quick. When that did happen, I'm standing there, tears running down my face, hands in the air. And these people got $2 in quarters. That's all the money we had between the two of us. And a locked cell phone. Anyways, I'm standing there, and a CPD officer on duty drove by and looked me in my face and kept driving. Didn't even stop, and he could see the firearm pointed at me. So I have no faith in CPD. But anyways, let's continue on. That was just my little, I'd like to give you little nuggets of my personal life here and there. So anyways, that's her. Everything triggers her PTSD. Then Stefan from Paradise shows up in her chat. But she's been nice to him on occasions. And Stefan, what is he doing in my chat? You need to leave. You need to leave. I already have you blocked on TikTok. You need to leave. But if it would benefit her, she would surely talk to him. She tells us that Remy, her boyfriend, is not going to be around for a while. It seems to me it's almost as if Remy is distancing himself from her. He's starting to see that she is way too needy and bossy. But She says he won't be around because he's finishing up a class and then he's going to immediately start his fall semester. So, I don't know. I don't know. She starts talking then, we got to start discussing this burner again, about how her mother had always told her she cannot put the copper pans on the electric stovetop or something. So she had to, she has to follow these rules because she pays rent in that house. Her parents inherited this house from her grandparents. As you know, Rosie's parents, they live in Norway. So anyways, and she has to tell us that she pays rent there, so she has to respect everything there. Do I believe Rosie pays rent at that house? No, I don't. Her only form of income is what she gets from YT, because I don't think she's monetized on any other platforms. So I don't know. Then she wants to bring up the Cheyenne Jasmine parody. It was the parody where she acted as there was Rosie, Foodie Beauty, and Amberlynn, and Amberlynn's girlfriend Emily. So Rosie, and it was kind of a three bear situation. When she played Emily, she was trying to find the softest belly to lay on out of the three girls, okay? And Rosie says that she's so sick, that was so sexually violating to her, this video. And to compare her sweet boyfriend, Remy, to the monster, Emily. The video had nothing to do with Remy. See what I mean? How she has to be the victim. There was not even any insinuation of Remy in that video. It was the three girls and Emily. I don't understand. But on YT, I did link Cheyenne Jasmine's video on my previous video discussing this. Then she is trying to tell us now that there's certain groups of people that are out trying to ruin her life. They're just trying to ruin her life, and it's so scary. And she tries to force tears, which never come. Then she wants to get out this chopper. It's like a chopper. You wind it like this. You put the food in the top, like cheese. It's kind of like a grater. That's what I'm trying to say, a grater. You would put the cheese or the vegetable in the top, put the top on, and then you turn the thing, and it comes out. Well, Remy, when he was there visiting, or shall I say serving Rosie, being her servant, he apparently put it away in the box after he washed and cleaned it, but he didn't reassemble it in the box, so she gets a little upset about that. And someone in the chat tells her that she's mean, Well, how is this mean? She can't even see that, he tried to do something nice by cleaning this and putting it away, but for Rosie, that's not good enough. Oh my God, you didn't put it back together. It has to be assembled in the box. Everything has to be Rosie's way. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Then we go back to more of her being the victim. She is so heavily harassed behind the scenes. She doesn't even tell us even a portion of everything that the harassment she receives behind the scenes. And she wants to blame this on people such as myself to give commentary, or people that have reaction channels. No, we just call her out on her BS and call out the lies and all the contradictions. Nobody's trying to ruin her life. No one's trying to body shame her because she's a large woman. See, it's the perpetual victim. And she doesn't realize how that makes her look. She wants to be a victim because she wants that attention. She wants people to feel sorry for her. Then she bumps a pot that she had on the stove, or that burner, I couldn't tell. She had water in it, and it splashed on her knee. Oh, Lord. And she also, Rosie, it's okay. Rosie, I'm okay. I'm okay. Rosie, you're okay. She's talking to herself. And then she says, well, I'm okay. I just might end up with a little first-degree burn on my knee, but I did have my dress covering it. So someone in the chat tells her, it's dangerous to be scooting around the kitchen on this office chair and trying to cook while you're sitting. And, of course, Rosie says, well, it's also dangerous to cook standing up. And then we have to talk about her fibro hands. And mind you, this girl has never been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, but she has fibromyalgia hands. And then, she has to reiterate how she cannot afford insurance, so she can't get medical help. But she can buy everything else under the sun. So, that was it. 3 hours and something of Rosie playing the victim. Let me know what you think.